It's another episode of Jamaica Magazine. In today's show, we continue our fight against COVID-19. Don't move, I'll be right back.
Practice good hygiene by washing your hands frequently using soap and water. Here's how you should do it while conserving water. Turn on the tap to wet your hands, then turn off the pipe. Lather your hands and the tap with soap. Turn on the tap and wash your hands, back, front, and in between fingers. Use some of the water to wash off the tap, then turn it off. Dry your hands with disposable hand towels. If you don't have running water, use a hand rub containing 62% or more alcohol. If hand sanitizers are not available, rubbing alcohol, Dettol, white rum, or household bleach will do the trick. And if all else fails, let hand washing and the handling of potable water be a two-person event. Each person will take turns pouring and washing hands with sitting water. Now is a good time to consider installing a tap on your containers to reduce the risk of water contamination. Faucets can be easily attached to drums, buckets, or 5-gallon water bottles. And to ensure that the outside of the containers are clean when recapping, disinfect it with hand rub containing alcohol that's 62% or more. The 5 R's of water conservation are also necessary to practice. Reduce water wastage by investing in water-saving devices. Reuse water at least twice before discarding. Replace leaking pipes, faucets, and other plumbing equipment. Recycle wastewater and use it for gardening, car washing, or cleaning of public spaces. And reclaim water through rainwater harvesting. We all must play our part to ensure there's water to combat the coronavirus and stave off prolonged drought.
It is normal to feel sad, stressed, confused, scared, or overwhelmed during a crisis such as that caused from the COVID-19 pandemic. But there's no need to. For one, we must first inform ourselves about this disease through reliable sources to determine our risk and precautions to take. This can go a far way in calming our fears and ensuring our safety. Keeping in touch with family and friends and talking to people you trust, even as we practice social distancing, can help prevent panicking and keep you in good spirits. If you must stay at home during this period, try to maintain a healthy lifestyle of proper diet, adequate sleep, and regular exercise. Don't use smoking, alcohol, or other drugs to deal with your emotions. If you feel overwhelmed, talk to someone about it, a healthcare provider or counselor that you can call. Ensure that you're fully engaged in something constructive to occupy your time. An arrangement with your employer to work from home where possible is good in helping to keep up normal daily routines. Limit the time you and your family spend watching, listening, or in conversations about COVID-19 that you perceive as scary or upsetting to avoid being overwhelmed. Make sure you are in the know generally, but try to engage more in other things or change the topic of your conversations to things you enjoy talking about. Draw on the skills that have helped you manage previous adversities. It's important to try to maintain some sort of daily agenda so that the days are not wasted and you'll feel more accomplished. Focus on activities that make you feel happy, like reading a book, watching your favorite show, playing video games with your family, or telling stories. Do some gardening or chores around the home too. Children too need to be provided with the information to help them understand the risks without becoming scared and confused. Use age-appropriate language to teach them about hand washing, cough and sneezing etiquette, and social distancing. It's also important to reassure them about what could happen if they start feeling sick and may have to go to the hospital so doctors can help them feel better. In the meantime, ensure their learning continues even as schools are out. And give them extra time and attention. Listen, speak kindly, comfort them, and of course, make time to play. When it comes to easing fear and anxiety around COVID-19, just consider that once we do what's necessary to protect ourselves and prevent spread, we should be well. If we do get sick, rest assured our doctors are trained to manage the illness and help us recover. And yes, while we maintain proper cough etiquette, cover our noses when we sneeze, and practice social distancing, we must treat each other with care and respect. Don't be startled by every cough or sneeze. Remember, not everyone who does has the virus. Take care of yourself, support others, don't panic.
Tip number 1. Keep your regular medication and other supplies well stocked. Ensure there is access to several weeks of medications and supplies in case there is a need for you to stay home. Monitor food and other medical supplies needed and create a plan in the event that such resources become depleted. Tip number 2. Stay sanitized. Tip number 3. Respond to multi-generational living situations. Many older adults live in homes where other members, such as children, may have frequent colds. Therefore, do not share personal items like food, water bottles, and utensils. If possible, choose a room in your home that can be used to separate sick household members from those who are healthy. Tip number 4. Develop intentional caregiver plans. Older adults may be caregivers or may receive care themselves. Caregivers and care recipients should discuss their preparation plans, including how to stay in touch via phone or email. Determine who can provide you with care if your caregiver gets sick. And tip number 5, keep abreast of essential up-to-date information. That means you should find and regularly check a trusted information source.
The Ministry of Education is partnering with several private and public sector stakeholders to provide educational content to students even as they are kept out of school due to the coronavirus outbreak. In our next feature, we share details on some of the online resources that are available to students free of cost.
As part of efforts to ensure there is no wide-scale spread of COVID-19 in Jamaica, government announced an initial 14-day closure of schools, which began on Friday, March 13. The classrooms are now empty, but learning has not been abandoned.
We will be making provisions to enable online training or continued education online.
"180 teachers have been trained to deliver lessons to students through the web-based one-on-one communication learning management system. The Education Ministry has made resources available to students from kindergarten up to grade 13. A detailed list of online digital learning resources have been compiled and shared with all schools. The ministry has also partnered with several educational providers to deliver content for students at all levels of the education system. These include Book Fusion, Learning Hub, EduFocal, and Cheetah. The online platform Book Fusion Limited exposes children to a host of free ebooks. The website allows students to read ebooks on the primary exit profile PEP, biographies, history, literature, and math, just to name a few. The Learning Hub Online is a Caribbean-based online test preparation website. It offers tests on all subjects pursued by students in grades 1 to 13. It also has hundreds of interactive PEP, G6NAT, CSEC, and CAPE test materials for each subject offered. EduFocal is another partner of the Education Ministry. The innovative social learning platform combines study with play. While students are at home, the platform is offering free virtual lessons led by PEP master teachers. Study guides, tutorial videos, questions and answers, and examinations are also offered on the site. Cheetah, or Connect to Higher Education Electronic Tools, Apps and Help, is offering free PEP workbooks to students in math, science, ability, and language arts. The small corporation also creates unique educational resources for the pre-primary and primary levels, which include tablets, apps, toys, headphones, tablet accessories, and books. Outside of these partnerships, steps are being taken to liaise with other private and public sector stakeholders.
We have been in contact with Flow, and Flow will also be making internet availability readily accessible to persons on our platform so that they can continue with their education.
The ministry is also in partnership with the Public Broadcasting Corporation of Jamaica, PBCJ, and RJR Gleaner to deliver live and recorded educational content to students at all levels of the education system. The programs will air on PBCJ Mondays to Fridays from 7:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. with rebroadcasts on the weekends. On TVJ, it's Mondays to Fridays 9 a.m. to midday.
25 community channels have also been brought into play, and the children now have gotten so accustomed to that kind of interaction with their teachers and with the educational system that it's going to be challenging when we have to return to the classroom, because they're doing very, very well. We have a 70% coverage across the island, and the other 30% where we don't have access to cable and to internet services, we do it physically, manually.
To properly carry out a hand rub, apply a palmful of the product in your cupped hand, covering all surfaces. Rub your hands palm to palm. Rub your right palm over the back of your left hand with interlaced fingers and vice versa. Rub your hands palm to palm with fingers interlaced. Rub the back of your fingers to opposing palms with fingers interlocked. Rotationally rub backwards and forwards the clasped fingers of your right hand in your left palm and vice versa. Once your hands are dry, they are now safe.
Schools are closed and you're seeing more of your children. I get it. The idea of being cooped up with them all day can be daunting or overwhelming. But there's hope. In a moment, we will share a host of engaging activities for your children while they're at home. Structure and regularity are good remedies for manufacturing calmness in times of distress. So here's a structure for a child. Let's start with creating a schedule that lays out time for studying, chores, eating, of course, fun activities, and downtime. Incorporate new gaming activities into your child's routine, like puzzles and game boards such as Monopoly and Ludi. Charades and ABC Fast and Slow, Chinese Skip and Jump Ropes are also entertaining games that have the added benefit of getting them moving so that they're exercising without even realizing it. This works better for younger children. They are attracted by a range of colors and experiments. So how about you engage them with some drawings and paintings, bringing their artistic sides to life? Creating science projects is also a good way to work the minds while engaging your children. Music is perfect to get the young ones up and engaged. Plus, there are many studies suggesting that learning music helps children with their academics. Some musical games to explore include karaoke, musical chairs, and musical trivia. This is also a good way to teach them about their rich musical heritage. This may be the perfect time to teach your children how to prepare their favorite meals. If they already know how, then all the better getting expert hands on board. So here's the plan. Get a cookbook and get them involved. This could make them feel that they are making a valuable contribution to the family. As a parent, you'd already know the value in exercise and working out, so how about encouraging your children to create a workout routine, do some yoga or dance routine, and keep them moving? It might not be such a bad thing to allow your children to keep in touch with their peers or friends and keep a strong support network. If they wish to call or text friends and families, let them do so. Just monitor them. Socializing helps to regulate your mood and stay grounded, and that's as true for children as it is for adults. Some of these activities require the involvement of a responsible adult, but for those that do not, monitoring is still important for safety. Remember that different activities apply to different age groups, so ensure that you check on them in between all their playtime activities and ensure that all is going according to plan. Also, remember you can split the monitoring work between parents and or older siblings. One parent or older sibling can monitor the children in the morning while another person takes over in the afternoon. With that said, all the best.
Are you aware of how Jamaican adolescents use social media? What do they do online? What do they post? Do you know if they are being harassed? These are questions you should be asking yourself because it is your duty to keep your children safe online. Parents, here's what you need to do. Be active online and offline. Help your child to set up his or her online profile. Make sure you familiarize yourself with the different social media applications that they use and set some rules. Protect our nation's children and save them from cybercriminal attacks.
The Education Ministry, through its free PEP app and website, is preparing students in grade 4 to 6 for their upcoming exams. The sites provide general information about the PEP program, subject information, curriculum question samples, and resources links. Here's more.
The primary exit profile PEP performance task tests have been postponed. These exams would have fallen within the 14-day school closure period announced by Prime Minister Andrew Holness on March 13. Though classes are no longer in session, the Ministry of Education is ensuring that students are being adequately prepared for the upcoming examinations.
So certainly all our PEP examinations, workbook, practice activities, those are all available on our website at the Ministry of Education and Youth to enable us to continue with education.
On the Ministry's website, moey.gov.jm, parents and guardians will find links to the Ministry's official PEP website. Parents, teachers, and students may access the website free of cost at www.moey.gov.jm/PEP. The online platform offers PEP facts, exam schedules, resources, sample items, summary reports, and publications. The PEP mobile app was also created to offer support to students, teachers, and parents. The app can be downloaded on all Apple and Android devices free of cost. It provides some of the information from the PEP website and gives general information about the PEP program. It is also loaded with subject information and curriculum question samples. The PEP website provides meetings, workshops, and seminar schedules, as well as links to other online resources that offer PEP support. These include online sites such as Go GSAT, EduFocal, and Cheetah. In addition to providing the much-needed PEP app and website, the ministry has also prepared PEP Camp workbooks for electronic distribution. A PEP hotline has also been activated to answer questions and offer psychosocial support.
We'll also be sending out physical booklets, hard copies of different work material, so that those students who do not have readily internet access, that they can also be able to do their practice. We have been in contact with Flow, and Flow will also be making internet availability readily accessible to persons on our platform so that they can continue with their education. And we will continue to monitor the situation. We'll continue to be guided by the Office of the Prime Minister and also by the Ministry of Health in this matter.
It is fair to say that the children are not being disadvantaged in any way, and in fact are doing extremely well. And although we have been faced with some challenges with respect to communications and so forth, we are very confident that next week is going to be even better. But I can assure you all that as far as we are concerned, this action by us has been a resounding success to date.
The Cheetah, or Connect to Higher Education Electronic Tools and Help program, is a small corporation that is partnering with government to provide unique educational resources to students. It targets those at the pre-primary and primary levels. And here's how Cheetah is transforming the lives of young Jamaicans.
The cheetah is known all over the globe as the fastest land animal in the world. But right here in Jamaica, there is a special type of cheetah that is not only known for its speed, but also for its unique relationship with students across the education system.
So our company name again is Cheetah. It's an acronym, Connect to Higher Education, Electronic Tools, Application and Help. So I thought it was more appropriate to definitely have a mascot, a live mascot that symbolizes our company. Our students have really liked it in terms of we have done dancing contests. So a lot of times we could see, how can you dance better than a cheetah. Okay, so here we go. Are we ready? Are we ready? All right, let's start.
In addition to, and arguably more important than its engaging cheetah mascot, this self-funded informal charitable arm donates numerous educational content and electronic tools to selected schools across Jamaica. These institutions are chosen on a needs basis.
So the tools include some of our books. We have a lot of books that we have created. Some of them are already on the ministry's book list. Like for instance, we have a book, Not Another Me, which coincidentally aligns with the Ministries of Education theme about who am I. And it's a great book in dual language, Spanish and English. And the words of the book are lyrics to a song. And it's a nice reggae song, I'm a cheetah. And I searched all over and could not find another me. That's one of the many books that we have. And then we also have even our dancing cheetah toy, and I have him right here. Children love him, and so we have our books, we have our toy, we have our tablets.
We got approximately 80 tablets from the Cheetah project. We have been using those tablets for almost 2 to 3 years now, and they are helping us tremendously in reading and in mathematics. Students are now encouraged to use IT in their studies, and I'm quite certain when the students leave Norman Gardens for high school, they are going to be well prepared where technology is concerned.
I think it helps with the students so that they can learn how to do different types of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and other topics.
There's no way I know I could do it on my own. It's a big collaborative effort, and so I needed other persons to be on board with me. And so the first person I called was the person who I've interacted most, Ministry of Education. They have purchased most of my tools throughout the years.
The ministry has been in partnership with Cheetah Toys, as the company is called, since 2015. It has been going exceptionally well. She has also supported us in terms of scholarships for some of our students, and she's also participating in the development of PEP questions, working with our curriculum and other education officers. And last year, she actually did some GSAT preparation sessions for selected schools across the island.
The measurement for this line is what? 180. Now that I've drawn a line right here, what is the measurement for this side? 90 degrees. What is the measurement for this side? 90 degrees. Good. So you're going to pray, and you're also going to do proper planning and preparation, prevent poor performance. So what we're trying to do overall is just to inspire the children, to encourage them, and also to give them some of the tools that we believe will help them to excel. So we want to also be considered as the teachers' helpers. We're not going to go in and do something entirely new. We want to work in collaboration with the teachers, recognize what they need, and see how best we can help to facilitate them.
And I know the question you've all been asking is, why the name Cheetah?
I've always loved the color cheetah. I'm wearing my tie today, but I usually love the print. And then later when I've done the research, I found that cheetah is so different. It has made a name for itself. It's the fastest of all the land animals. So I think that the cheetah has a lot to offer. And I think like cheetah, the students that we're trying to impact, trying to inspire, they could also make a name for themselves.
By now, you should have all heard the good news. The Ministry of Education is providing nutritional support to students on the PATH program during the period they are out of school. Nutrition Products Limited will be preparing snacks which include baked products, fruit juices, milk and water for students at the primary and secondary levels. The ministry is also looking at collaborating with select food suppliers, supermarkets and other major retailers to distribute food packages. These are just some of the steps being taken by our government to ensure that the needs of all Jamaicans are taken care of and that our island home will remain the place of choice for persons to live, work, raise their families, and do business. And that's all the time we have for you today on Jamaica Magazine. Thanks for browsing with us. Before you go, do remember that you can rewatch today's program on our YouTube channel and website. That's at jis.gov.jm. Don't forget that you are also able to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for the latest news and information. I'm Theodore Henry. Walk good.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.